I am going to show you guys what I think to be the largest planting of shaving brush palms anywhere on a private residence in Northern California, to the exclusion of lots of other trees. This shaving brush right here from New Zealand has this incredible upright growth pattern to it that's signature to this species. And ultimately it gets a big green trunk and ringed. I just fertilized the trees. So you see there. And these trees are immature. They haven't done that yet because I just planted this garden, about a year ago. I've been working on it for a couple of years, actually. This is the very back of the garden. This is the most, I'll show you the front someday. But this is the back where it's like super unimportant and no one ever sees, but we made it beautiful anyway. So this tree fern is the Dicksonia antarctica. It's also native to New Zealand, and you can see the beautiful contrast between the Dicksonia antarctica and the Rhopalis stylus. Both of these plants grow side by side down in New Zealand together and down near the Antarctic. In fact, the what's the name of this palm again? Yeah, shaving brush palm, Rhopalis stylus sapida, is the farthest naturally occurring tree from the equator. It occurs at 42 degrees south latitude. Now, there are other trees that are far more cold hardy from a freezing standpoint, but this one occurs the farthest from the equator. So there you go. But it's a wonderful plant to use along pathways. Now I'm going to give you a little tour of the back, and you can see all the palms I planted. I'm not even sure how many I planted here. Now, I wasn't really responsible for planting the other stuff. In fact, the owner's mother-in-law is mad at me because she wants more flowers. I told her I didn't design this. I just designed all of the really cool stuff. They wanted me to design the whole thing, but I didn't have time. Someone else designed. Actually, a really great landscape architect designed this, and it's a beautiful design. So she just wants more flowers. But anyway, so here you go. Here's more. Now, what you're seeing here is the rank growth that the plant came with. What happens to all palms once they're planted in place? They will start to make new foliage. The new foliage will be perfect, and it will take 2 to 3 years for the tree to have nothing but perfect foliage on it, and we'll finally get rid of the stuff that it came with. But we're in that process right now. Again, here's an old frond it came with, and beautiful brand new fronds that are being made within the plant. So let's see, that's 3, right? 1, 2, 3. And there's another one over there, 4. Okay. And there's one over here. In fact, I had to just fertilize these. So that would be 5. And then back here we have 6. Underneath the oaks, they do really well. One thing you'll want to do, and I need to talk to the guys that maintain the landscape here, they need to blow out the leaves that fall into the center of this plant, because it could cause a situation where there's no airflow and it could cause a whole bunch of bad things to get growing in there. But here's the center. Look at the center. You see all those leaves. We're going to get those out of there. Can't be good for the tree, but it is a forest, an understory tree, so it probably does have some adaptation to that kind of thing. But I think we have a total of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these. And what's interesting, most of the time you'll see these people's gardens who have like all kinds of palms, and they'll have like one of these as a curiosity piece. But it's not often that someone plants 10 of these and nothing else. So I'll give you the overall look when you do that. What it's like. It can be really dramatic. So you can imagine in here with these shapes what this will look like in time. I think I need to step further back. This is the vegetable garden in here. Step back a little bit, and we'll see what that looks like from a long shot of all those palms together. Isn't that the most striking shape architecturally? Looking through there. So these will all obviously get bigger and thicker and happier, and then that effect will just become that much more pronounced. So there you go. This is a really good example of limiting your species, picking your favorite one for the space, which is what I did back here, and eliminating most all others that will visually compete with them, and having repetition, which would then make it look almost like a habitat garden, where you have a whole grove of natural plants all, growing together. So that's something you can do. Now, you sacrifice that at the expense of diversity, which is really difficult to do because there's so many cool plants and so many cool palms. This property is so huge that we have many other very cool plants here, and I'll give you a tour later of those. I wanted to show you that. There you go, Rhopalostylus sapida, the shaving brush palm, because it looks like a shaving brush.